What's up, average dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And yes, I have succumbed to the Galaxy Z Fold 5. I figured I can't possibly make statements like this. So I just want to take a second before getting into the review to say, F you Samsung, F you and everything you stand for. You're absolutely ravaging your customers, taking advantage of their loyalty, and I'm not standing for it anymore without actually having the device for myself. So as you can see, I've already unboxed the device. I've set it up. The unboxing experience is phone, SIM ejection tool, cable, manual, done. So these are going to be my first impressions of the Samsung Z Fold 5. Now for context, I have actually been using, for those that don't know, the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. In my opinion, and I know for sure the Z Fold 5 won't change my opinion, the Xiaomi Mix Fold 3 is the best smartphone on the planet, bar none. However, this video is all about the Z Fold 5 and my first impressions. So first impressions when I took out the box were, I've seen this all before. There's a triple camera setup. There's a really thin outer cover display. There's a really thick device. And again, I say that because I've been using the Mix Fold 3. Samsung are telling us this is a thinner device than a Z Fold 4. And that's fine. It is a thinner device than the Z Fold 4. This just happens to be a thicker device than every single foldable phone released in 2023. That's just a fact. So I'm not going to pin my hopes that the thickness or lack of thinness on this device is what's going to sway me that this is a good one. So let's open it up. Now the dimensions on this are exact same. It's a 23 by 19 outer screen ratio, 6.2 inch diagonal. It's a 7.6 inch diagonal inner screen. Both screens running at 120 Hz with LTPO technology. So specs wise, absolutely flagship, no doubt about it. It's just the same old thing we've seen. Now, one thing I will say is, and again, I am going to do a full comparison video between the Z Fold and the Mix Fold 3. The one thing I will say is I do like I know it's not 100%, but it's basically 100% display screen to body ratio because there's no punch hole camera. They do put the camera under the display, and first impressions of the cameras, including the under display, definitely better than the last one. Like, without a doubt. Samsung have said it's a thinner device, tick. They've said it's got better cameras, tick. And, let me just unlock that, I can also say that the crease, while obviously at angles is noticeable, it is less prominent to look at and more importantly, to run your finger across. So far, all Samsung's claims are absolutely true. This is a better device than the Z Fold 4. But that was I knew that would happen. I have never said that the Z Fold 5 wouldn't be a better device. All I said was it's not a large enough upgrade. If they had said to Samsung customers, send us your Z Fold 4 and give us $200 and we'll send you a Z Fold 5. No issues. Perfect. Spot on. Send us your Z Fold 4. In the UK, we'll give you £650 and you give us another £1,250 and we'll send you the Z Fold 5. That's not good customer service. That's just not good enough. Now, another thing that has changed or improved on the Z Fold 5 is the hinge. And if I'm being entirely honest, I never had an issue with the hinge on the 3 or the 4. It's a totally flexible, solid feeling hinge that goes to all angles. And just so you can see here, there is the phone completely closed in that infinity gap design or whatever they call it. No gap. No gap. So, Other first impressions. This is a Samsung Z Fold device. The one benefit you're going to get from every single Z Fold device is One UI. The software on this, with Good Lock installed, the customization you can get, the fact that you don't have to have the same screen on the cover screen than you do on the inner screen. That's a large benefit for someone that is coming from any other foldable device. And I mean that. Literally any other foldable device. I've yet to find one that does the same functionality as Samsung with the software features. Good Lock, a stock app you can get for free through the Galaxy App Store. Outstanding. The customization you can do on this, again, I've talked about the customization on MIUI, on Vivo's Fun Touch, Oppo's ColorOS, all that stuff, and they're all very, very good, and they're stock. Samsung's stock one is good, but not as good. However, the fact that you can download the Good Lock app opens a whole new world of possibilities, and I love it. So, first impressions of the software, as expected, spot on. Now, I've talked about the triple camera setup. It looks the same. They basically are the same cameras. However, with whatever photogenic tomfoolery Samsung are doing on the software side, it's absolutely showing in the images that it provides. Video is 4K front, all rear. You can even get 8K 30 frames per second on this. I don't use 8K, but the fact that it's capable of that is fantastic. And I think that harps to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 overclock chip. Performance on this, gaming, any task you throw at this device, if you are super hardcore enough, you could easily use this phone to edit videos and then post them to your social media or whatever website you post your videos to. The power in here is fantastic. It's a 4,400 milliamp hour battery. Would I have liked it to be 4,800 like the Mix Fold 3 or even 5,000 like the Honor Magic V2? Yes. However, with the 8 Gen 2 chip, you are still getting minimum of a day, if not 2 days, depending on usage. If you kill this phone from 100% to dead in less than a day, you've probably got too much time on your hands. So, armoured aluminium round the side, Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the front and rear, armoured aluminium hinge. This is a fantastically built, put together device. USB-C 4.0 or UFS 4.0 storage, sorry. It's DDR6 RAM, I want to say. It's essentially the best of the best. All the top specs you can fit into a phone are there. What Samsung have done though, and this is what got my back up, is they have not changed the design. Can you honestly sit there and say that you prefer the look of the Z Fold 5 over the Mix Fold? Can you also honestly say that you wouldn't like to have a periscope zoom lens? The S23 Ultra's cameras exported over to the Z Fold 5. For £1,800, that's kind of what I expect. But anyway, they're not there, so we just have to piss with the cock we've got. The Z Fold 5, my first impressions are pretty positive, to be fair. I will never get over the upgrade that Samsung have done from the 4 to 5. While every point they've made is a tick, they have upgraded on literally every point that they said they would, from the cameras to the chip to the efficiency. Everything's been upgraded. The hinge, the gap, the thickness, but it's just not been upgraded enough for me to help it compete with phones like this, the Honor Magic V2, the Huawei Mate X3, and soon the OnePlus Open. So, that's my first impressions. If you didn't get it already, it's a positive video. I just, have my issues with Samsung at the moment, as you can see. Just a little reminder. you, Samsung. F you and everything you stand for. And I'm not standing for it anymore. What's up? So if you've liked this video, please smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe. It helps that algorithm. I know this is not a Chinese foldable, so most of my viewers are probably a bit like, hey, give us more mixed fold content. But sometimes I have to branch out to the Western market and test things like an iPhone, a Z Fold, all that good stuff. So again, if you're interested in more content like this, and more content including stuff like this, smash subscribe. Thanks very much for the support. Until next time, see you later.